Welcome. This is Survivor. We are on the beautiful island of the Lymphedema Treatment Act. In this Survivor series, our challengers and competitors will face many challenges, including the current description of the bill, the history of the Lymphedema Treatment Act, and how it affects occupational therapy. Let's first talk about the history of the bill. So in 2006, Heather Ferguson's son, Dylan, was diagnosed with lymphedema, and he was eventually denied coverage. So Heather Ferguson advocated for her son, and by 2019, Ferguson worked with North Carolina state representatives to pass a lymphedema treatment mandate. And in 2010, the first version of the bill was introduced federally. It was called the Lymphedema Diagnosis and Treatment Cost Saving Act. And from 2010 to about 2019, they gained a lot of support because a lot of people were suffering from lymphedema. And on March 28, 2019, the Lymphedema Treatment Act was assigned a bill number where it currently sits. For this challenge, one of our most determined and fiercest competitors will be facing the River Rapids Monster. I'm here with Gracie. Can you tell us more about the description of the bill?
Oh, sure. So the Lymphedema Treatment Act aims to amend Title 18 of the current Social Security Act that would include Medicaid coverage of all types of lymphedema treatments, including but not limited to multi-layer compression garments, compression wraps, and directional flow pads.
Your challenge starts now. Jeez, what a bumpy road. For this challenge, Courtney will be tackling the highly active vulcan. Tell us more about historical issues regarding the Lymphedema Treatment Act.
So the whole thing with the Lymphedema Treatment Act started when we realized that Medicare and insurance doesn't cover compression. For lymphedema treatments, this can often lead to comorbidities that can lead to infections or passive deterioration. Compression does not meet the requirements for the durable medical equipment, nor is it single use, which means a lot of our patients have to pay out of pocket, which leads to substantial financial issues for these patients. With the Lymphedema Treatment Act, this will mandate insurance to cover all the costs. Patients with lymphedema often have inadequate social skills, decreased physical or mental performance and function, decreased self-control, and decreased community participation, which leads to several cultural impacts. Because of the lack of awareness, misdiagnosis, and delays in treatment that patients with lymphedema have, the Lymphedema Treatment Act will increase the social, cultural, and financial awareness and decrease the costs that these patients have.
All right, your challenge starts now.
I'm ready.
What a huge first step.
I got it, the idol.
Action.
This is the stair step of doom. It was one of our challenges this evening, and our fierce competitor Kylie will be tackling it to get her idol. So I'm here with our competitor Kylie. Can you tell us more about how the Lymphedema Treatment Act affects occupational therapy?
Yeah, so this bill would affect occupational therapy in a couple of ways. First, it would allow Medicare to cover equipment that we need, such as compression bandages that occupational therapists use in practice with these lymphedema patients. Additionally, the National Lymphedema Network also states that occupational therapy would be beneficial to have in these lymphedema treatment centers, so potentially we could get more jobs within these national centers.
Your challenge starts now. Wow, look at her go. She has her idol. Oh, hey there. Welcome to Tribal Council, where we'll be voting on passing the Lymphedema Treatment Act. But first, let's check out the current status.
So tell us about the current status of the bill. The current status of the Lymphedema Treatment Act bill was first introduced in the 116th Congress on March 28th of 2019. It was then introduced into the House, where it went into the introductory remarks on measure. It was then referred to the Committee on Energy and Commerce and to the Speaker of the House. From there, it was referred to the Committee on Energy and Committee on Ways and Means, and this was determined by the Speaker. It was then referred to the subcommittee on health, where then on March 29th of 2019, it was taken into the subcommittee on health, invoked by the Committee on Energy and Commerce. That's all that happened for that. And then, speed up 2 years, on April 22nd of 2021, Senate introduced the bill where it was assigned the bill number of S1315, and the bill was read twice, and it was given to the Committee on Finance. It is currently in the 117th Congress and is waiting to be reintroduced into the Senate.
Wow! What an episode of Survivor. Keep watching to see if the bill passes in the upcoming weeks.